Have you ever wished for a straightforward, old-fashioned solution to the aches and pains that come with getting older? Perhaps you've tried various creams or medications, but still want something more natural. In today's video, we're spotlighting Epsom salt, a long-standing remedy many over 60 have relied on for relief. Older doctors often praised its ability to ease sore muscles, reduce swelling, and even calm stress. Made from magnesium sulfate, Epsom salt has been used in baths, compresses, and rubs for generations. People say it helps soothe everything from tired feet and minor joint pain to dry skin and tension headaches. Part of its appeal is that it's cheap, easy to find, and, surprisingly, versatile. As we age, issues like stiff joints, cramps, and general wear and tear become more common, making gentle self-care options even more valuable. Because Epsom salt is so affordable, you can keep it on hand without worry. Even a single bag lasts quite some time. By the end of this video, you'll see why Epsom salt remains a trusted go-to for many, and you'll learn exactly how to use it for quick, soothing relief. Let's jump in. The first health benefit we want to highlight is its potential to help reduce general joint pain. Whether it's the knees, elbows, or shoulders, older adults sometimes wake up feeling stiff and sore. Magnesium is important for muscle relaxation, and many people notice that after using Epsom salt, their joint areas feel less tense. It's not going to perform miracles if there's an underlying condition that needs a doctor's attention. But if you have mild to moderate discomfort, this simple remedy may give you some relief. When older doctors used to see patients with basic joint problems, they'd often suggest a warm compress or soak using Epsom salt. One reason was that the warmth can soothe the area, and the minerals might help loosen tight tissues. This gentle approach can be especially helpful for someone who prefers a natural remedy over constantly taking pain pills. The second issue Epsom salt might help is muscle cramps. These can strike out of nowhere, often in the calves, feet, or hands. Some research suggests that magnesium deficiency might be linked to cramps, although studies aren't completely conclusive. Still, many people say they experience fewer cramps when they use Epsom salt regularly. This could be due to a combination of improved blood flow, gentle massage, and the comforting warmth that accompanies its use. People who deal with nighttime cramps or leg spasms might find that a short soak or rub before bed helps them sleep more comfortably. Third, Epsom salt might help with swelling and mild inflammation. Think about how often we rely on our feet and ankles for daily movements like grocery shopping or gardening. If you've been on your feet all day, fluid can build up in your lower limbs, leading to mild swelling. Epsom salt soaks and rubs are traditional approaches to drawing out some of that fluid, or at least making your feet feel lighter and less puffy. Again, the heat and gentle motion of a massage can play a big part in why this might work. Even if the magnesium itself isn't fully absorbed through the skin, many people find that the combination of warm water, salt, and massaging the area is quite soothing. The fourth benefit concerns foot pain, particularly plantar fasciitis, which is when the thick band of tissue on the bottom of your foot becomes inflamed. This condition can make walking painful, especially when you first get out of bed. Some older adults recall their grandparents swearing by Epsom salt baths for their feet when the pain was bad. While it's not a guaranteed cure, it might help loosen tight muscles and tissue around the heel. Many individuals claim that after a few consecutive nights of foot soaks, they experience less pain in the morning. Even if you don't have a diagnosed condition, general foot aches might also lessen after soaking or rubbing with warm Epsom salt. Fifth, Epsom salt is often mentioned in discussions about dry or itchy skin. Because magnesium sulfate can act as a mild exfoliant, it can gently remove dead skin cells, helping the skin feel smoother. Some people add a little olive oil or coconut oil to their Epsom salt to form a natural scrub. This can be especially good for rough areas like elbows and knees. If you have mild itchiness, Epsom salt might help calm the skin, though it's always best to test a small area first to be sure it doesn't irritate you further. Those who have dealt with flaky skin patches sometimes find that a gentle rub with Epsom salt, followed by a moisturizer, works better than many store-bought products. The sixth benefit is for minor bruises and sprains. If you accidentally bump into furniture or twist your ankle lightly, you might end up with some bruising or a mild sprain that doesn't necessarily require medical intervention. In these cases, older doctors sometimes recommended compresses made with Epsom salt to help reduce swelling and ease the pain. The reasoning is that the warm water, along with the salt, supports increased circulation, which could help the bruise heal faster. Of course, if a sprain is severe, or if you think there might be a fracture, see a healthcare professional right away. But for those day-to-day bumps and knocks, Epsom salt can be a soothing first step. The seventh possible benefit centers on stress and anxiety tension. As we age, the sources of stress can multiply: worries about finances, health concerns, or simply adjusting to retirement. When we're anxious, our muscles often tense up, leading to backaches, neck stiffness, or headaches. Because magnesium is linked to muscle relaxation, soaking in Epsom salt, or even just rubbing it on tense areas, might help ease your body and mind. Some people like to add lavender or chamomile essential oils to create a spa-like experience at home. The ritual of setting aside some quiet time and focusing on self-care can also be an important part of the stress relief process. That brings us to our eighth benefit: mild tension headaches. If you get the type of headache that starts in your neck or temple area, it might be related to muscle tension rather than a more severe medical condition. Some folks dab a bit of Epsom salt in warm water and gently rub their temples or the base of their skull using a circular motion. They say the warmth, combined with a bit of gentle pressure, helps distract from the pain and relax tight muscles. While Epsom salt isn't a replacement for medication if you have migraines or severe headaches, it may be a helpful non-drug option for mild tension headaches. Ninth on the list is mild carpal tunnel or wrist discomfort. Anyone who spends hours typing, knitting, or carrying out repeated motions with their hands and wrists can develop stiffness or tingling in that region. Epsom salt is often mentioned in these cases, as a brief soak or rub might encourage circulation in the wrists. Some older doctors might have told their patients to wrap a warm Epsom salt cloth around the wrist for a few minutes, then gently massage the area. It's not a cure for carpal tunnel, but many people say it reduces the discomfort enough that they can carry on with daily tasks more easily. Pairing it with wrist exercises or stretches is even better. Finally, number 10 on our list of benefits is mild constipation relief. This is a more unusual use of Epsom salt, but it appears in some older medical texts and home remedy books. The idea is that magnesium might help relax muscles in the digestive tract, and a gentle abdominal massage could encourage bowel movement. If you're only mildly constipated, some people find that a gentle rub around the belly, following the path of the colon in a clockwise direction, can help things move along. Of course, you should always make sure to drink enough water and eat fiber-rich foods, but Epsom salt might be a pleasant addition to your self-care routine for occasional constipation. By now, you've heard about the diverse ways that Epsom salt could benefit your health, especially after 60. Whether it's aching joints, swollen feet, skin concerns, tension headaches, or mild stress, there's a reason why older generations have kept a box of this mineral compound on hand. It's affordable, sold in most drugstores or supermarkets, and doesn't require any complicated equipment to use. But how exactly do you apply Epsom salt to get the best results? That's what we'll talk about next. Let's go through the basic how-to steps so you can start using Epsom salt safely and effectively. We'll also include some variations, so you can choose the method that fits your lifestyle. The first and simplest approach is a basic warm water soak. Let's say your feet or hands are sore. Fill a basin with warm, not scalding water, and add a handful or two of Epsom salt, Wait for the salt to dissolve and then soak for about 10 to 15 minutes. You can gently move your feet or hands around in the water, or just let them rest. Afterward, pat them dry and consider following up with a moisturizer if you have dry skin. This method is great for foot pain, mild swelling, or tension in the hands. A second method is to make an Epsom salt compress. This works well for areas like knees, elbows, wrists, or any other spot that might be harder to soak in a basin. Dissolve 2 tablespoons of Epsom salt in a cup of warm water. Take a cloth or small towel, dip it in the solution, and then wring it out so it's not dripping everywhere. Place this warm, damp cloth on the area you want to treat, like a sore knee or a bruised ankle, and leave it there for a minute or two. You can re-dip it to keep the compress warm. Some people like to gently massage the area through the cloth, while others just let the warmth do its work. A third method is an Epsom salt paste or rub, which is especially useful if you're targeting a very specific spot, or if you don't want to use large amounts of water. Mix 1 or 2 tablespoons of Epsom salt with a small amount of carrier oil, like olive oil or coconut oil. Stir until you get a spreadable paste. If you have essential oils like lavender, peppermint, or eucalyptus, you can add a drop or two for extra soothing qualities. Then, using your fingertips, rub this paste onto the affected area. Move your fingers in gentle circles, applying just enough pressure to warm the muscles or tissues underneath. Do this for about 1 minute, then either wipe off the excess salt or leave it to dry if your skin can handle it without irritation. The action of rubbing might boost blood flow to that area, helping it feel better faster. When applying Epsom salt, whether as a soak, compress, or paste, it's important to keep a few precautions in mind. First, if you have any open cuts or serious skin conditions, you should check with a doctor before putting salt directly on those areas. Salt can sting, and you don't want to make matters worse. Second, if you have a condition like diabetes or kidney disease, ask your healthcare provider if topical magnesium might be an issue for you. While most people are fine, certain health problems can change how your body handles extra magnesium. Third, always keep an eye on the water temperature. Very hot water can scald or irritate sensitive skin, especially if you have reduced sensation in your hands or feet. A gentle warmth is all you need. Consistency is another key factor. You might not notice huge results after using Epsom salt just once. Many people find that daily or regular use, such as soaking their feet every evening or doing a gentle rub each morning, leads to more noticeable improvements. Think of it as part of a daily self-care routine. Over time, the benefits might add up, especially when combined with other healthy habits. For example, if you're dealing with joint pain, you can pair an Epsom salt rub with light stretches or gentle yoga. If you're managing stress, consider a short soak along with deep breathing or meditation. This well-rounded approach often yields the best results. Because Epsom salt is so readily available, you can easily pick some up at your local pharmacy or grocery store. Look for packaging that says pure Epsom salt or magnesium sulfate. Some brands add scents or other ingredients, which might be nice, but if you're sensitive to fragrances or chemicals, you should stick with the plain variety. A bonus tip is to store your Epsom salt in a cool, dry place. While it doesn't really expire, keeping it sealed will protect it from moisture clumping. If you're finding this information helpful, please remember to like, share, and subscribe so we can keep bringing you easy, natural approaches to everyday health issues. Part of what makes Epsom salt special is that it can be used right away. No fancy equipment or expensive treatments needed. By trying something simple at home, you might discover that your body responds well to the warmth, the gentle massage, and the potential magnesium boost. As we wrap up, keep in mind that every person's body is different. While many people rave about Epsom salt, some might not feel as strong an effect. It might also take time and repeated use before you notice a difference. If your pain or discomfort is severe, or if any symptom lasts a long time, it's crucial to consult a healthcare professional. Natural remedies can complement modern medical care, but they shouldn't replace it, especially when it comes to serious health conditions. That said, for everyday aches and pains, as well as minor skin or foot problems, Epsom salt can be a wonderful addition to your self-care routine. In summary, Epsom salt has been praised by older doctors for its possible benefits in easing joint pain, muscle cramps, swelling, foot pain, dry or itchy skin, minor bruises, stress, tension headaches, mild wrist discomfort, and even occasional constipation. It's a cost-effective, low-risk remedy that's easy to fit into daily life. By applying it as a warm soak, compress, or paste, you can target the area that needs relief and potentially improve your comfort levels without reaching for medication first. Of course, keep an eye on any changes, listen to your body, and seek professional advice if you're unsure. Thank you for tuning in to learn about Epsom salt and how it might benefit you, especially if you're over 60. Remember to like, share this video with anyone who might find it helpful, and subscribe for more tips on taking charge of your health in a simple, natural way. We hope this information has empowered you to try an age-old remedy that has stood the test of time. Good luck, stay active, and stay curious about all the natural solutions that can keep you feeling your best. We'll see you in the next video.